Hello everyone, this is Ben and welcome to my channel. I'm Worthy. So the title of this episode is called I Fired My Ego. Well, that's an interesting title, isn't it? Anyway, there's a story behind that. If you're new to this channel, I'm a practicing family physician and I've been doing this for about 3 months ago. Basically, it's one of my soul searching journey, and probably by doing the video, I'm also trying to think through things and decide what to do. The other topic, the other title I was thinking about for this video was actually late life crisis. So, we all heard about midlife crisis, up to a point in our life, after going to school, working, and, doing what we need to do, there suddenly come to a point where, what's going on, right? We are not happy. There's a lot of problems, there's a lot of questions. So that's where midlife crisis comes, some people had a divorce, some people, just go buy a Harley and just ride a motorcycle and things like that. So late life, probably in the 60s, like where I am right now, it's a time where we come face to face with mortality. Basically, that's what it is. So the story started for this episode as, a few days ago when I decided that, okay, I'll throw in the towel and I just retire next summer, right? And that's because of a few things that happened in the office. My manager told me that she's looking for a job, wanted me to write a letter of recommendation. There was a patient who was telling me what to do with her diabetes, and there's a lot of other things that's happening. Like I was trying to get 2 days off after Christmas. It's just the person in charge of that is just not talking, not checking, and not telling me what's going on. So probably that's the reason why I decided to say, okay, that's it. I have some money in the 401k. I can start using my Social Security and my pension from another state. So that should be able to work to go through it. And, with my wife still working, then this will be fine, right? It seems like a good plan. And then here comes Halloween night, 2 nights ago. I went to bed around, close to 9, and by about 10:30, 11, I suddenly heard my wife vomiting. And there was this sound in the master's bathroom. I said, what's going on? I went to see her, and she was really, puking, and all the food she ate 3 hours ago came out. And this happened actually many times. My wife is in her mid-50s, and she had a heart surgery done before, so her heart is not good. When she was sitting next to the toilet bowl and she was pale, I was trying to get her pulse and no pulse. And, I was trying to listen to her heartbeat. I also cannot hear the heartbeat. I was looking at her, she's talking to me, so I know that somehow she's getting circulation, but, what can I do? I mean, a lot of things went through my mind. Do I need to call the ambulance, and all those things, and I was in the ER myself a few months ago, and I really hated that place. It's not the most comfortable place to be, especially when you're vomiting and having some diarrhea also. So anyway, that was a very big, interesting night. After about an hour, eventually she settled down. She kept telling me, I'm so cold. What's the temperature in the room? I put like 5 layers of blanket on her and she's so cold. So I waited, I watched her. I thought any minute I need to do a CPR or call 911. But thank God, thing passed, and she settled. At that time, she was also telling me that her lower abdomen is painful. I check, it's pretty soft. Again, you never know. Are we dealing with a bowel obstruction or maybe a perforated bowel and things like that? I really don't know. Even, I've been practicing medicine for all these years. It's still, there's a limit to what I can do in a situation like that. Anyway, like I said, thank God, about an hour later, she settled. About 2 hours later, we both fell asleep in the bed, and that was it, actually. I mean, the whole thing resolved. We don't know what happened. She did take some beta blocker, which is a blood pressure medication, about a few hours before that, because she said the heart rate went up to about 140. Could that be, or is it because of all the vomiting and irritated the nerve that slowed down the heartbeat, or I said maybe because she had some abdominal surgery before also, so maybe there was some obstruction, some slowing of the bowel movement. She was a little bit constipated. Anyway, so thank God everything cleared up. And as I was sitting there looking at her, like I said, many thoughts came up. And the next morning, which was yesterday, of course I didn't go to work. I was up, watching her, and I was worried about it. So it was clear that it's not time to quit. It's not time to retire. It's like I was making all these plans, and as people say, man plans and God loves. It was a kick in the butt for me, and the wake up call, and a few things. She should stop working 3 nights, cut down her workload, and really have to get her appointment. I did help her call the cardiologist and make the appointment yesterday. And for me, no retirement for next summer. I mean, physically, mentally, I can still do it. I was just really pissed off with everything that's going around. And that's why I came up with this notion that, I fired my ego. When things happen, we react certain ways because of the ego, because of belief system and things like that. For me to survive the next 2.5 years to finish my contract, because actually, if I retire next summer, I'm gonna pay back a chunk of money to my boss because he helped me get away from the other practice. So anyway, yes, it makes sense to finish the contract about 2.5 years from now. For me, the solution I see is to really, like I said, let the ego go, change my value system, whatever, patient want to tell me what to do, fine. You want to take care of, you want to come to me and tell me what to do, that's fine. Tell, whatever my boss want to do, that's fine. I just want to get to that finish line. So I call this late life crisis. It's a crisis where, the body is tired, the mind is tired, and we still have to get there. And, after all these years, I still feel stuck, I mean, yes, save some money. There's some retirement money coming in, but I can't. I just can't. I just feel like I need to have some cushion as far as medical expenses. Anything can happen. One of us can be in the emergency room anytime. As I mentioned last time, a few months ago, just for a headache, I had to pay $3,000. The hospital charged $35,000 for an ER visit for a headache, for being there for about 6 hours, and the insurance paid $32,000. I have to pay $3,000, right? Yes, it's very frustrating, the healthcare system. But again, if I work another 2.5 years, which I can, I have more cushion. I can pay more debt and things like that to get to that retirement day. So this is it. It's just interesting few days and planning. Like I said, the topic or the idea for making this video is really, trying to understand. Yes, I know I'm worthy. Yes, that's true. But when I'm in the middle of a storm like this, it is challenging. It's very challenging. All right. Anyway. There's no intro this time. I didn't have time to make a video. Of course, things are crazy, so I didn't have time to go out and make some videos for this episode. Anyway, as I usually say, until we meet again, be safe, take care, and namaste.